my fellow human beings, and welcome to episode 130 of The Best Blessed Life. I'm your best host, Kristen, and today's topic is Welcome to my cottage. Let's have some cheesecake. Before we get started, I want to thank you all for watching. Please continue to watch, comment, share, like, subscribe, ring that bell, and please pass them on to anyone you think they would help. With that being said, here's our list of things to do today. It's the year finale, guys. Can you believe it already? 4 years down. I can't believe it. I'm in shock. So, we're going to do, hopefully, an end of year wrap up. I don't know what that means. I feel like we talked about a lot of stuff. We made a lot of stuff. We read a lot of stuff. I am going to be covering 3 books today because it is our cookbook and first look segment. In the meantime, since I said I was going to do it and I said I was going to do this episode, I kept pushing it off till it finally became the finale, almost I think on purpose. We'll figure that all out later whether it worked out or not. But, so that's what I'm hoping to do, is maybe go through the year and figure out what the heck did I make? I don't even remember. If you asked me if you told me I made something really good in year 2, I would go, okay, I don't remember it, but I believe you. So, with that being said, we are going to be making a healthy cheesecake. And it is because of the book we read called Clara and Mr. Tiffany by Susan Vreeland. And most of it took place in New York City. Did not cover really a good gamut of like dinner type foods or dessert foods for that matter. So basically talked about hot dogs and pizza and that kind of stuff. But this was like the late 1800s, early 1900s. So I feel like a lot of things hadn't taken hold yet. But the one thing that I did read was that cheesecake was pretty prominent at that time. So that's what we're going to do. I am either unfortunately or fortunately, however you want to look at it, going to make it healthy. So after I read you the daily affirmations, I'm going to give you the, I shouldn't say healthy, I should say healthier. Because we're going to make the base the healthy side, and then I decided to add a little not so healthy stuff. But the first thing I'm going to do is read our daily affirmations, and then I'm going to give you the recipe, and we'll go from there. Okay, so for the 9th of August, the journey ahead... Ooh, it moved on me. The journey ahead may be challenging, but I am capable of facing and overcoming any obstacles to my happiness. The 10th, I embrace today with optimism, hope, and faith that things will turn out as they're meant to. The 11th, when the right door opens, I will step through it. The 12th, I am focused on my dreams. I will work towards them each day with passion, drive, and integrity. The 13th, I face challenges and obstacles with courage and confidence. The 14th, what's happening now will lead to better things. The 15th, I believe in myself. I can design and build the life I want. The 16th, I choose optimistic, decisive thoughts that promote progress, progress and achievement. Wow, that's a mouthful. The 17th, I'll get through today by taking small steps. The 18th, the anxiety and panic I'm feeling will pass. It always does. The 19th, at this moment, I'm doing the best I can and living my best life. I'm proud of myself for that. The 20th, I have the tools I need to get through this. The 21st, I will slow down and focus on one thing at a time. And today I will take care of myself first. That includes my mind and spirit. Okay, got that taken care of. Got y'all caught up on those. And next I'm going to give you the recipe for cottage cheese cheesecake. And I have made, I'm going to technically make like 2 substitutions. But the crust is 1.5 cups of graham crackers, crumbs, and 2 tablespoons of sugar, a pinch of salt, and 6 tablespoons of butter melted. And then for the cheesecake, it's 2 cups of cottage cheese, a 1/2 cup of Greek yogurt, and that's where I'm substituting. So I am going to be using, I know you're shocked that I'm not using Greek yogurt, but I am not this time. I am replacing it with 4 ounces of, oh my gosh, light cream cheese. I had a brain fart there for a second. 2 eggs, 5 tablespoons of sugar, 3 tablespoons of flour, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So for the crust, we're going to pre-cook that at 350 in a greased 9-inch springform pan. I think she said 5 to 10 minutes, but basically you want it to be golden. Oh, I get down there at the bottom here. I jumped the gun. So you're going to combine the graham crackers, sugar, and salt in a small bowl. Stir in melted butter until evenly moistened. Press crumbs evenly into the bottom of the prepared pan and bake crust for 10 to 12 minutes or until golden. And then for the cheesecake, we're going to combine all our ingredients in a food processor and process until smooth and combined. And then we're going to pour the cottage cheese mixture into a prepared crust and bake for 30 to 35 minutes or until gold edges are set and just starting to brown. And the center should be slightly jiggly, not loosey-goosey. I think she actually said something to that effect. Let cool to room temp before refrigerating for several hours or overnight. So, what did I want to say? A couple of things. This is actually double the recipe because the original recipe was for a 6-inch springform pan, which I do not have. And secondly, that's not a lot of cheesecake, to be honest. So I felt like, I mean, if we're going to go big, do it big, right? And then what was my other thing? I know I was going to say something else. Something about what I'm adding, but I want to keep that a secret until we get closer to the time, which shouldn't be long. But I'm using I got a food processor for Christmas, and I just took it out of the box for this very episode, which I thought kind of exciting. And we're celebrating because it's the end of year 4. I can't believe it, you guys. You have no idea what this feels like. I mean, maybe some of you do, but I'm just saying, it has not been an easy road. It has been an emotional road. I will give you that. And the ups and downs are ridiculous. It's crazy. Sorry, that was really hot coffee. Next, I want to thank Emily Anderson, who's now at her own salon in Frankfort, Illinois, for giving me my new do. I'm loving it. She did an awesome job. She has a friend there she's working with. They're both starting out on their own, and they're doing great. It was so much fun. I had a great time. They're great gals, and we kibitzed all day, so it was a really fun time. And great time to connect with a friend and some new people, too. So I consider them now my friends as well. Okay, so I'm going to have a special guest coming in here shortly. But they're going to let me know when they're ready. So I'll keep you posted. But we're going to make the crust first. Got some bigger chunks here, and I debated about whether to put it into my brand new, which I washed, by the way, my brand new food processor. But I felt like I didn't really want to get crumbs in the cheesecake if I didn't clean out the food processor good enough. Okay, so in this bowl here, I have the graham cracker crumbs, and actually I'm using cinnamon graham cracker crumbs. And then in this bowl here, I have the 2 tablespoons of sugar and the pinch of salt are in this little cup here, so I'm going to put those in there. outside. Looks like I got cream cheese on the container. Or butter, maybe. Okay, so I'm going to blend that up. And then I already have the butter melted, so that's good to go. Year 4, can you believe it? I can't believe it. I'm still in shock. I moved my camera again, so now I'm having a hard time figuring out where I should stand so I don't look like I'm looking way off in the distance when I'm trying to look at you guys. I'm trying to see you. Okay, so this is my 6 tablespoons, of melted butter. I have felt as though this is like been the year to really kind of push me forward, and I do believe with all my heart and soul that year 5 is going to be a banner year for the Best Plus Life. I just feel like big things are going to be happening. If they don't, you can watch my head explode. So won't that be fun? Oh, you know what? Special guest. We added crumbs, but we didn't add butter.
Yeah.
We did more crumbs. That was the other thing I wanted to mention. Is we actually did more crumbs than suggested. But we kept the butter amount the same. I think ours is at 2 cups, and I do probably need to do a couple more tablespoons of butter, because I am not going to get these guys moistened enough to stick into the bottom of the pan. That was my bad, but we have a couple tablespoons just sitting here. So I just have to melt them real quick. And it's not even quite 2 tablespoons, so. But the other thing she suggested to keep this cheesecake on the healthier side was don't do a crust. Like she says, you can just bake it in your springform pan. And, you know, just press it in there. Or pour it in there. I guess it wouldn't be a press. But I thought that would be great if you were doing, and it sounded like some people did this when I read it in the comments, that they did it in little ramekins instead. So it was more like kind of like a custard maybe? Or a souffle of sorts. But they said, some of them said it didn't work out as well. So, I don't know. Use it at your own caution. Maybe they didn't spray the inside of their ramekins. The only thing I can think of. Now, I had a question about why it was called cottage cheese. Because it seems like a little bit of a weird name. Because usually, well, I guess I don't really know why it's called Colby, but maybe the regions. But I'm going to read you what it said, if I can find where I put it. Okay, cottage cheese is named after the cottages where it was traditionally made in the mid-1800s. Farmers would use the extra milk from butter making to make cottage cheese in their homes or cottages as a way to use it up. Cottage cheese is a fresh cheese, meaning it's not aged like other cheeses like cheddar or Parmesan. It's made by warming milk, adding lactic acid starter cultures, and then straining off the watery whey. The acid causes the milk proteins to clump together into curds. And I cut off that. I screenshot. I screenshot the information off the intranet and then cut off the last words. But that makes the cheese. Isn't that cool? I thought that was kind of fascinating. All right, so I think our crumbs are a little bit better situated moistness-wise. All right, so here's our springform. I think it's a 9-inch. I know it's not a 10, and I don't think it's an 8. So do with that what you will. But she made the recipe for a 6-inch springform pan, which I didn't even know existed really. So I'm gonna have to check that out. Maybe I'll find one at Goodwill. That has been such a blessing for me as far as like equipment and things like that. I am having so much fun finding unique and interesting, fun gadgets that I've never seen before, or old time gadgets that I haven't seen in many, like since my grandma's kitchen probably. So I'm having the most fun, and I found somebody on, I don't know, I think it was Facebook, said that they do that when they're gonna give a gift of dessert or dinner or something. They'll go out to Goodwill and they'll get like a special pan or a dish or a plate or something, and they'll fancy it up and they'll personalize it or do whatever to it, and then they give it the whole thing as a gift, which I thought was really cool. So I've been kind of keeping an eye out for that, because it would be nice to not keep buying, you know, those throwaway plastic containers, especially when, I don't know, this still might not be moist enough. It's very loosey-goosey, so I'm hoping cooking it for the, I think it was 10 to 12 minutes. We'll keep it together. So I thought that was a really creative idea. I've always looked for like different kinds of mason jars, or ones that I have never seen before, at least at the store. So stuff like that I like to look at, but now I'm gonna start looking at like Pyrex and fun plates. I did find a little butter in here still, so let's see if I can pour a little on the top. So I thought that was a very creative idea. It's a good way to recycle without buying stuff that's, the whole reason we're having these problems. Plastic. Okay, so this goes in. I'm going to wash that off real quick too. For 10 to 12 minutes. Hopefully it's put together well. I have the worst luck with springform pans. I feel like I never get them put into the right little spot to make them not leak. Okay. So, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to pour everything into the food processor, and then I'm going to put you on hold, because I did turn it on for a split second and it was pretty loud. So, but what I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get it all put in here for you. So this is my first foray, I don't know how you say that, foray into using a food processor. So bear with me. Oh, you know what? I actually have to clean this off now, because I need to scoop the cottage cheese in there. Tell me what you all think about trying healthier desserts, or attempting to at least, to see how it goes. I haven't always had the best luck. I was talking with somebody the other day exactly about the cauliflower cake we made for the end of season 2, I think it was. That was just god awful. I cringe to this day. I think Peyton said it tasted like feet. I could be wrong.
It did indeed.
She agrees. So there's a little bit of plastic on there. I think that was plastic. That's what it looked like. Gotta make sure there's no dog here and there. It seems to float everywhere. So, all right. So wait, do I put the? No. I'm like, do I put the food in and then put the plate on? But that would be kind of counterproductive, I think. Again, going on bare minimum ingredients reading. I know, that's horrible. Or not ingredients, instructions. Wow. Okay. My spatula doesn't want to get in the last little bits. Okay. So I do believe I might have bought low-fat cottage cheese, but I don't really remember. But that would be my at least 2%, or at the most 2%, I meant. Okay, so it's everything. So I'm gonna put in I don't know, should I mix it in stages? It doesn't even tell me that. I'm gonna plop this in there. Just said put everything in there. Combine all ingredients. So that is what I will do. So like I said, everything is doubled as far as the ingredients go. Which, I don't know how thick this is going to turn out. That was the other thing. She said you could double it, but she didn't give any new time frames. So I don't know if we'll be working with more like 45 minutes to an hour. Because it's going to be thicker, I believe. I don't know. That's just my opinion of the whole thing. Alright, and then this is the sugar. And then we got our flour. And again, is that gluten-free? I use that every time. It's one I really, really love. I find it has been the most helpful for trying to cover all the allergy aspects that are usually wrong with bakery stuff. Which means I can't have them, is what I'm trying to say. But, okay. And then I gotta line this like that. Lock it in. See, it's a little loud. Alright, so I'm gonna put you on pause for a few minutes and I'll be back with hopefully something that looks like cheesecake. Hey guys, I'm back. I think it's smooth and combined. Looks like it. The only thing I have is I don't have different speeds, and I don't know if that's true of any food processor, but so it was either pulse it or I guess I should have scraped down the sides before I said I was done. But I wanted to cover the books because I have a lot of them to cover. So today's recipe is the reason why we're making the cheesecake today. So this book we've kind of covered. I kind of covered to death, I feel like. So I kind of want to move on to the other ones, but this is the whole reason we're having this episode, so I felt like I should at least hold the book up. Okay, and then I went to this book here, and let me tell you, it's called When No One Is Watching, and it's by Joseph Hayes. And the funny thing is I opened the front cover. I guess I hadn't opened the front cover before. And inside it is signed by Joe. He didn't put the rest of his name. It just says, Steve, best wishes, Joe. I'm assuming it's Joseph Hayes. But then it also says Les and Bob on here. So I don't know. Maybe somebody just decided to mess with me. Okay, so I'm going to read the back of this because I don't think I've even talked about it. This is the first look, but I'm also going to first look the other book that I'm reading so I don't get too far behind when I come back. Okay, so on the eve of announcing his run for Congress, a charismatic Chicago politician causes a deadly accident. Panicked, he frames his best friend, a good-hearted alcoholic, and flees the scene. As one man tries to pick up the pieces of his shattered life, the other embarks on a meteoric rise to political stardom. But when a dogged detective digs deeper into the case, the political superstar must decide just how far he is willing to go to keep his dark secret. Author Joseph Hayes combines page-turning suspense with a poignant tale of inspiration and redemption as he asks, is the greater good just a lie we tell ourselves to justify the sins we commit when no one is watching? I have to say, I thought it was kind of, it feels like it wasn't a book published necessarily by a big, I've never heard of this one, Synergy Books. So it feels like it was one that wasn't well, put out there. So if anyone is wanting this book, I would say the last I don't know, 2 chapters, I literally cried my eyes out. I got to the point where I was trying to read and my nose was so stuffed with boogers, excuse my language, that I couldn't even speak because my sinuses were so backed up with, I was just a mess. I'm just going to tell you that. And the surprises that happen. But the 2 men's names are Blair Van Howe and Daniel Moran. And Daniel is the, what did he call him? Good-hearted alcoholic. And Blair Van Howe is the guy running for Congress. That's our 12 minutes, I think I did. I might have done 10. I don't remember. And they're best friends. They're both lawyers at a firm. They just won a big case for a healthcare company, and they're celebrating. The healthcare company is providing them with food and liquor, and I don't know if it's really golden yet. I'm going to give it the 2 more minutes. I do think it needed more butter. Darn it. So the accident happens then. I'm not going to tell you what happens in the accident because I don't want to give too much away. I would say well written, very good thought out relationships between the different characters. I like to see them all connect, and I like to see kind of reunion type connections as well. Like, you know, they started out at the beginning of the book and then you see them come back. So that was kind of heartwarming. And the father-daughter relationship between Daniel Moran and his daughter Allie is just, it's beautiful. It's just, it just speaks volumes to the respect they have for each other. And like I said, if I speak too much more, I'm going to give good parts of it away. But if you want this book, DM me on Facebook at Kristen Haas, KristinHass, or on Instagram at The Best Blessed Life, or on Twitter at The Best Blessed Life, life being spelled with a 1 instead of an I. And then the new book I just started is called Annie's Ghost. It's a true story. This guy is actually a journalist for the Washington Post, I think it is. His name is Steve Luxenberg, and this is a family history type story about a family secret. I don't want to give too much away, but the synopsis might. If there even is a synopsis. Okay. I don't think there's a synopsis. Interesting. Okay, so what I saw on this one comment almost describes it best. It says, this is a book about secrets, family secrets. Secrets as wounds, secrets that begin as tactics and ends as shackles. We learn about lost worlds and a lost time. We learn about ourselves, and we learn about the universally wounding, shackling, echoing life of secrets. And that was written by Walter Reich, MD, former director of the U.S. Holocaust Memorial Museum and George Washington University professor. It speaks volumes. It is about a family dealing with, I will tell you, mental health and physical disabilities, and the time frame that it happens in. It starts out probably late 1800s, early 1900s, when this woman who's keeping the secret, her parents come over from Russia. And they're Russian Jews, and what they have to deal with is so far inspiring and kind of sad, and the way that they treated people like that back in the day is quite disturbing. We're more than halfway through, me and my pup. So that is where we're at. I'm gonna get the crust out now. So if my special guest would like to come assist, oh, you know what I need? Something to put the crust on. Keep coming. Look who's here! It's Peytonia!
Or she was like SNL, where you could do the and I'm like,
woo! Or you could do like The Price is Right. Come on down!
so excited to be hosting this week of SNL.
Best of Life.
Yeah.
Okay, so we did get a little golden on the sides.
It smells good. I would literally just eat that.
I would literally eat this. I would probably crumble it up because it is, I don't know.
No,
I'm
I would just
hoping
eat
it's
that.
moist enough. Oh no, I was just going to say put the crumbles on ice cream. I would just eat that.
No, just
Hot
this.
graham crackers on it.
We should have put some of the Oreos in here.
I'm going to.
No, like in the crust.
Oh, I'm going to put them in the middle.
Oh, this
You just gave it away though.
Oh.
I was keeping that a secret.
What?
What are you talking about?
What
Speaking of secrets. Family secrets.
What?
That's what that book is about.
Oh, I was like, where?
Okay.
I'm like, wait, family secrets?
No. I mean, shit. That's right, I said shit. You've heard me say worse, I think.
What?
Oh, there we go. Okay, and then I gotta remember to take the blade with me when I go, or I'm gonna end up wearing a lot of. I think that's. Oh, it's just gonna come.
Blade.
Okay. So, looks pretty good, right?
Yeah.
It's not.
It doesn't look icky like cottage cheese usually does.
Yeah, and it does. I don't see any like chunks of anything. It looks very, very smooth. I can show it to you. I don't know if you're gonna see it too well.
You gotta like.
I'm trying to tip it.
It's too bright.
It's too bright. Sorry, guys.
This is white.
Oh, I lost my microphone.
Is that with the cream cheese as well?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, because you were about to pour it in, I was like, is this ready?
Yes, I put you blend literally everything together. Here, I'm putting you in charge of holding the spatula. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna say it's pretty thick.
Oh my god.
Look at this, guys. I'm pretty excited about it.
I grabbed that with my bare hand.
Yeah, it's on a trivet. You just can't see.
They couldn't see how thick it was.
Oh, I am so sorry, guys. It's literally pouring out like pudding.
It does look like pudding.
Okay, hold on a second. Oh, good. Yep. There we go. Ah. 3 hands are better than 2.
Me using my non-dominant hand.
And yeah, and why we got hands on hips, like, I can see why you used your other hand. Oh, Peyton! You got on the side of the pan.
Well, you're kind of have it in a spot that's not good for me to get it.
Good for me to get. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. Please,
I would literally eat it right now.
please, Lord, let it be delicious. All right, now again, we don't know how long this is going to take because we did double it, and she didn't really give double the time or anything. So we're just going to have to play this part by ear, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But it smells. Oh my god, those graham crackers smell just
I
ridiculous.
It's like crazy.
How come I've never heated up graham crackers before? You gonna hold that?
I could.
I think it'd be easier for me to just scrape and hold at the same time.
I can't imagine what like half of this would look like.
Right? Well, I definitely wouldn't have. It would be more like I'd have to put it in a sheet pan or just a cake pan. I mean, and just hope. But the last time I did that, I couldn't even get the cheesecake out. You could always do like aluminum foil or like parchment paper on the inside of a regular cake pan is what I believe I've read before. And it should come out decently, but spring forms are the way to go. I don't want to waste any of it. I don't know, should we try it? I'm kind of afraid. I don't want to jade my opinion.
I didn't really get anything.
Okay. I think we should just leave it. I don't want us to hurt our opinion of the cooked product.
Yeah.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Oi, I'm a little nervous.
No.
Yeah.
No, don't be.
Okay.
We gotta smooth it
We
out.
forgot to put the Oreos in the middle.
Oh.
I wanted to put Oreos in the middle. So we'll just crush them up and we'll put them on top towards the end. What were you trying to point out to me, lady?
I don't know.
You were pointing at something.
I don't remember what.
Okay. So I'm just gonna.
Oh, I said that we should spread it because it wasn't.
Yeah, I was getting there. I got a dried piece in there. I'm gonna smooth it all out. I mean, it's got a beautiful texture. It smells very vanilla-y. We did up the vanilla as well.
We like vanilla.
We love vanilla. So I think we did 2 teaspoons instead of 1.
We did.
Okay.
Can't confirm. I measured out the
Yeah,
ingredients.
she was my ingredients measurer. And, okay. Are we ready?
Yes.
I'm gonna have that drip on. Oh, I got 2 drips. Oh, I got 3 drips. Oh,
You're
never
so
mind.
drippy.
I am drippy. Okay. But the texture, you guys, and I don't know if it's because I used the cream cheese instead of the yogurt. I just didn't want this to have a yogurt flavor
Yeah, it wouldn't taste like cheesecake.
component to it. It would, that immediately, especially when you're making a cheesecake, that immediately stands out to me. I'm going to do the 35 minutes for sure. But I don't want it to be so healthy that it tastes healthy. If that makes any sense whatsoever. I mean, I did use cream cheese, but was like cream cheese. And I feel like I don't notice a difference between those 2 things. Do you? A little bit.
In my opinion, it's like the texture. Like I think the light cream cheese has like a weird like graininess to it.
I don't get that, but okay, it's fine. You have your opinion. I just don't feel like it's enough to notice, or the flavor component is still the same. You blend it or bake it and stuff, it doesn't taste any different. So, in my experience, the Greek yogurt would have overpowered the vanilla and the cottage cheese, which I thought I really liked that aspect of it because it's still going to just taste like dairy as opposed to having cultures in it. And I know cream cheese has cultures, I think, but I don't think they have as many. So I just wanted to keep it as well. Am I boring you?
No.
So I just wanted to keep. Ooh, that feels nice. Keep it as pure of flavor as possible.
Yes.
And then we're gonna gook it all up with something really not good for you. We're gonna put some crushed Java chip Oreo pieces on the top.
Hey, Oreos are vegan, so that's good.
But they're not
For you.
gluten free.
No, they're not.
They are not
They
gluten free.
do make gluten free ones.
They do make gluten-free ones, but all the fun flavors only come in the regular, and even the golden doesn't have too many flavors.
Oh, I was gonna say they're just.
No, they do have golden
gluten
gluten-free, but I'm saying they don't have as many fun flavors as the original chocolate
Yeah.
wafer has.
I love
but
golden ones.
I love golden ones. They make great Oreo truffles, bowls, whatever you want to call them.
They just taste great.
But I do love these. And I do love coffee. So what I thought we would do is crush up. I know how much you love to crush up
I do
stuff.
love to crush them.
So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to let our cheesecake cook pretty much till the 35 minutes is up. And then we'll come back. I think we're going to put the Oreo cookies on. Well, it's still warm.
Yeah.
Because we need it to kind of stick, so we need it warm enough that we can kind of press them on the top without making them sink all the way. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No. Sorry.
I keep her up late at night, don't you know? I walked in and she was sleeping. Yeah. Anywho, I will be back with you shortly, guys. We're going to go crush some cookies. See you in a bit. Okay, guys, we're back. I don't know if I'm following her instructions to the letter. It says the center should be slightly jiggly. We're at jiggly, and we had 3 minutes left on the timer. And we only did the 35 minutes. So I'm a little concerned, because it's like heavy. I'm saying, like, I don't remember it being this heavy when they put it in the oven. It couldn't gain weight, could it? Alright, so anyway, here she is in all her glory. Oh, she's sliding. I don't know. I'm not sure she's done. Are you sure she's done? I don't know. Well, maybe I just...
It is kind of sliding.
But she said jiggly, and it is jiggly.
It's jiggly. We'll listen to her. It's jiggly.
I mean, it's... I push on it, there is bounce back. So I'm going to say it's done. It just needs to cool.
It smells good.
It smells really good. It smells more like a cheesecake than if we had used Greek yogurt.
Cheese.
No,
Oh.
Greek yogurt. Because when you use Greek yogurt, that's the first scent that hits your nose. And I have tried everything I could think of to cover up that scent, and it doesn't help. Okay, so we crushed up some Java chip. We're just going to crumple them on the top so they have a chance to adhere to the... We might need more pigeon.
I don't think we need a whole lot.
No? Okay. I was thinking
I think it's more like a little accent
accoutrement.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't need to be like coated with it, in my opinion.
Okay.
Because then I feel, because the Java chip is a very strong flavor, so I feel like it would take away from the cheesecake.
Okay. Maybe we need it taken away though. We don't know. We haven't tried it yet.
Right.
We're putting it on warm so it has a chance to kind of... Yeah, see, there's enough give back. Because her time frame was 30 to 35 minutes, and we did like 32-ish. Something in that neighborhood. And I think she's set pretty good. I'm going to wait till it cools completely. Cause she doesn't really say when to take it out. She just says you need to let it sit out room temperature before you put it in the fridge. And it sounds like it needs to go in the fridge as well. So I think we're dealing with showing you all or posting about this tomorrow. And so you got to make sure you're following me on Facebook at Kristen Haas, KristinHass. I keep looking over here and I need to look over here.
I know, me too.
You need to be following me on Instagram at The Best Blessed Life. You need to be following me on Twitter at The Best Blessed Life, spelled with a 1 instead of an I. And you need to be following me on YouTube, because look at the crap we're making. I don't mean crap by any means whatsoever.
No, it looks delicious.
Okay, let me hold it up one more time so you can see it with all the cookies on it, but you gotta be following to see my posts. Oh my god, this thing weighs, I'm telling you, it weighs a ton. Okay guys, so there she is in all her glory.
Yummy.
What do you think, Paint?
It smells mostly like Oreos.
I know, but I still don't smell Greek yogurt.
Right.
And I'm kind of happy about it. I'm not trying to rub it in, but I think I'm happy that I did what I did.
Real.
That I made that choice.
I feel like it would be too liquidy if you put in
Greek yogurt.
It would
I
be
agree.
Just like wet.
Mm-hmm. And I think maybe that's why it takes longer for a 6-inch to cook, perhaps. So I'm glad I did what I did. I'm glad I doubled it. I'm glad I used the cottage cheese. I don't even know that yet, but I feel good vibes.
Yes.
Good vibes. Good vibes going into year 5. Coming up in the next couple weeks here, I think. I think I'm going to take a week off. Collect myself. Learn about my new camera that the kids got me for my birthday. I almost said Christmas. I don't know why. The kids got me for Christmas, so I'm super excited about it.
You said Christmas. It's Christmas.
There you go. See, that's why I'm so confused. For my birthday.
Her day of birth.
I'm so excited to use it because I'll be able to travel around, and I'm hoping, I think I've got some decent ideas about what to do next, and some I got some positive feedback the last few days about things that I should do, and so I'm really super duper excited, and I cannot wait to celebrate the start of year 5. But I'm very happy that we made it through year 4. It had, like I said, it has it up and down. It was probably one of my most, I don't know, more confusing times for me probably in all the years that I've done it, that I really needed to say a lot but couldn't get the words out. So I'm just going to go with, I really enjoy sharing with you guys. I really enjoy cooking for y'all, because you know everything I make for you for the very first time. So know that all my bumps and bruises and everything that comes with every recipe is true to fact. I don't lie. If it tastes like shit, I tell you it tastes like shit. And I just want to grow and be more positive in this next year going forward. And I'm going to be switching over here in the next few days from positive affirmations to, we're going to come up with compliments that we can pay each other. So it's going to be somehow positive compliments or something of that nature. I can't remember how I put it, but that will be going forward in the next week or so. And all I have left to say is thank you so much for all the support. I love you guys ever so much. Keep liking, keep commenting, keep subscribing, keep ringing that bell. And all I have left to say is have a good day. Go do great things. Be your best self. And please live your best blessed life. Thanks for watching. Bye.